The Yankees had a rollercoaster 2021 season. They seemed to be searching for it all year, hanging around 500 at the All-Star break, losing the Field of Dreams game, and then immediately running off 13 in a row before losing 4 straight, but winning 7 in a row down the stretch, including a 3-game sweep at Fenway. Then walking off Tampa on the last day of the season, securing that second wildcard spot. Their rocky season ended with a thud, a 6-2 loss to the Red Sox to send them packing, and raising questions about Aaron Boone's future. But let's look at the bright spots of the team. These are the top 10 players from the Yankees' 2021 season. Let's start with a few guys who had solid seasons, but weren't top 10 worthy. Jordan Montgomery posted a 3.83 ERA over 30 starts, 157 innings pitched, and a solid 112 ERA+, and a 3.4 WAR. Jameson Taillon's ERA was a little higher, but still respectable at 4.3. He put in a full season with 29 starts and 144 innings pitched, and he comes in right at league average with an ERA+ of 100. Gary Sanchez ended the season a little below league average, posting a 99 OPS+, but flexed some pretty good power with 23 homers and 54 RBI in 117 games. But that 204 batting average and 307 on base was kinda weak, but his slugging brought his OPS up to 730, and he only posted a WAR of 0.7. Finally, DJ LeMahieu had a very un-DJ-like season, playing in 150 games, but only hit 268, his lowest average since 2014, and this was coming off seasons of 327 and 364. That was good for the 2020 batting title, and third place for the AL MVP. His OPS was a full 300 points lower than 2020. He finished right below league average in OPS+ with 97, and only posted a WAR of 1.5. Not a terrible season, but still pretty bad for his standards. In 10th place we have Wandy Peralta. He had a pretty bad start with the Giants with a 5.4 ERA in 10 games. The Giants traded him to the Yankees in April, and he really turned it on. 46 games, 42 innings. He nearly split that Giants ERA in half with a great 2.95. He posted a 146 ERA+, and even picked up 3 saves. Peralta was one piece of a strong bullpen that makes up half this list. A bullpen that finished with a 3.52 ERA, good for second in the American League. In 9th place is Aroldis Chapman. He may have been an all-star, but 2021 was his worst season since 2011. Still, a subpar season for Chapman is good enough to be on this list, picking up 30 saves and blowing 4 of them, a 3.36 ERA and a 128 ERA+, still putting up that ridiculous 15.5 K per 9 rate. But that 1.314 whip is the worst of his career. Coming in 8th place is Nestor Cortes Jr. In his 4th year, he split time coming out of the bullpen and starting, and this year was the first time he had any real experience as a starting pitcher. He came away with a great 2.9 ERA over 22 games, including 14 starts, covering 93 innings pitched. He also had a good whip of 1.075 and fanned 10 batters per 9 innings, ending up with a 148 ERA+. In 7th place, we have our first position player, Anthony Rizzo. He came from the Cubs at the trade deadline, and he really shot some life into the offense. In 49 games, he had 8 home runs and 21 RBI, a 768 OPS and 110 OPS+. He was an important offensive piece for the Yankees in the second half, especially because Joey Gallo ended his half season with the Yankees below league average in OPS+, and only posted a 160 average with those 13 home runs. In 6th place, we have Chad Green, another key piece of that bullpen. His 67 appearances led the team, picking up 10 wins, which is pretty good for a reliever. Posting a solid 3.12 ERA over 83 innings, striking out over 10.5 batters per 9, and his 1.38 ERA+ was his best since 2018. Aaron Boone called his number a lot, and for the most part, he answered the call. Coming in 5th is Luetge. He was another big piece out of the bullpen. From 2012 to 2015, he saw action in a little over 100 games with the Mariners. He ended 2021 with 57 appearances, 72 innings, and a 2.74 ERA with a 1.57 ERA+. It was a huge bounce-back year for the 34-year-old lefty, and the Yankees have to be happy with this find. In 4th place, we have our final relief pitcher, Jonathan Loaisiga. He's been with the team since 2018, but in 2021, he put it all together. From 2018 to 2020, he posted a 4.42 ERA, and in 2021, he cut that in half with an outstanding 2.17. His strikeout rate keeps dropping year to year, but his ERA and WHIP keep improving. That 1.99 ERA+ and 3.3 WAR speak for themselves. He also only surrendered 3 home runs in 70 innings, which is terrific. In 3rd place, we have the ace, Gerrit Cole. It wasn't all smooth sailing for Cole in 2021, and his performance in the wildcard game is going to leave Yankee fans with some bad memories. But the guy's going to end up with a lot of Cy Young votes. 30 starts, a league-leading 16 wins against 8 losses, 3.23 ERA, 243 strikeouts with a 12.1 average over 9, and only walked 43 batters. That gives him the best strikeout-to-walk ratio in the AL. He also has a whip a little over 1, a 1.33 ERA+, and a 5.6 WAR. I know you signed a guy like Cole to win those big winner-take-all games, but this was still a really good season. Coming in 2nd place is Giancarlo Stanton. 2021 was his first full season since 2018, where he hit 38 homers with 100 RBI, and this year was very similar. 35 bombs, 97 RBI, 273 average, 870 OPS, 136 OPS plus. He struck out 157 times, but with that kind of production, you can give him a break. These numbers are kind of standard for Stanton. His MVP year in 2017 kind of left us spoiled, but he's usually good for 35 and 100, and that's about what he gave us this year. He also seemed to come up in the big spots with big homers. The best season from a Yankee in 2021 came from Aaron Judge. This was the first full season he's had since his rookie year and near MVP campaign of 2017, and he came back with a force. 39 homers, 98 RBI, 287 average, 373 on-base percentage, 916 OPS, and a 149 OPS plus. He also led the team with a 5.9 WAR. In the race for the most strikeouts, he did edge Stanton by 1, but these power guys are paid to rake, and Judge did exactly that in 2021. That does it for the 2021 Yankees. You can see that most of this list was relief pitching. That was really the team's strong point this year. And guys like Gallo, Torres, Urshela, Voit, and so many others just didn't have the numbers to crack the top 10. If I'm being honest, I think it's impressive that this team won 92 games and got to the playoffs. Let me know what you thought of my rankings and what you would change around. Also be sure to like this video, it really helps me out. And also consider giving me a sub. This is a new channel and I have tons of video ideas. So if you love baseball, I'd appreciate if you check it out. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.